I'm back. There's laundry this time. Toy room. Living room. It's cool. Gonna make this one quick, I think. If I can. Hardware. Hardware. This is the other tote, by the way. Just like I said, sometimes shit just gets tossed in there. Stuff. There's a 100-foot nylon rope that I bought a while back to help my brother take down a tree. Of course, my dumbass is on the ladder. It was like on some power lines and kind of over the neighbor's house, and so like one day it like dropped like 4 or 5 inches after like some serious rain, and it was getting scary, I guess. Just for the house, not really anything detrimental to health or anything, but I was leaning over the neighbor's house and it sure, whatever. So of course my dumbass is up there on a extension ladder with, you know, 1 foot on the ladder and blah blah blah. I ended up cutting my rope, which kind of sucks, but it's nylon, so if I heat it up and put it back together, that'll be cool. It'll be fine. Or throw some electrical tape around it or something, I don't know. It was like $12 anyway or something from somewhere. I don't remember where I got it. Walmart, maybe. But whatever, I'll keep it around. These are jewelry toolkit my mom got me for Christmas one time. She has a lot of different pieces of jewelry, and a lot of it's like thin chain stuff. Some watches and stuff. I mean, these, you know, these they come in handy a couple of times. This is nice for the, you know, the watches and stuff. I can't tell you how many times I've pulled this out to help a couple guys I know with that like to do the vape thing. Their mods sometimes use the Torx or the Allens or like the super small shit when they're changing their coils and stuff or whatever. But it's nice to have too, that, you know, cut a piece of, you know, necklace chain or something. It's just a rag. It's just a rag. This is actually my kids that we took to a football game one day or something for my nephew, and I just got thrown in the back of the car. I think the other one of these is in the other tote that we saw last night. Some cheap connectors. Fuses. You know, I can't tell you, it's been more than a few times where I've found somebody pulled over on the road and with their lights flashing and stuff, and they got a fuse blown. Nothing that, you know, would actually cause any real alarm or whatever, but the car would act funny or something stupid. The fuse box is generally one of the first places I look, depending on the issue. I'm not a real mechanic, but I know what a couple of obvious issues may or may not be, you know. Anyway, this is that Harbor Freight wrench set, the flex ones that I paid full price for. The other half is actually in my Milwaukee impact driver kit, because they're good for to keep it work. It just was the one that I grabbed or whatever. Knee pads. I have really, really bad knees. I was a skateboarder for most of my life. I played football. I played baseball. I was actually the catcher. And y'all are making old jokes about that in the comment section, I'm sure. But, so my knees aren't very good anymore. I treated my body like shit for most of my life. And McKevitts have a predisposition to that kind of crap. Or to knee problems in general. Milwaukee Demo gloves. Those were like $9. I was walking by and saw them. I was like, I'll grab 3 pairs of those. Extension cord, I think this is 50 feet, 75 feet, I don't know. It's always good to have an extension cord. Almost every single one of these tools or things you've seen, you're like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. Why the hell would he just drive around with this shit? I've used it. I've been in the situation. It's come out. It's happened. I promise you. The only thing, actually, now that I'm just seeing it, 2, actually, that I haven't needed to run and grab, are, I guess, are going to be the next 2 things that I mentioned. This thing, which is called the Kibosh. We had a small little, like a pinhole leak in a copper pipe above something at work one time. And I remember an infomercial where I saw this thing. I was like, oh, that's really cool. It'll be a great temporary fix until I can go in there and cut it down and sweat, whatever, the whole deal. It'll buy me a couple of days. It's not a big deal. Like I said, it's a pinhole. I could probably leave it up there for a month, whatever, until I really get a chance around to fixing it the right way. Because a lot of times at work, a lot of places in my life, I'm constantly doing something. I'm always busy. And sometimes, I'll put a Band-Aid on it and make the Band-Aid last. Not until it becomes another emergency, but until I can get around to it. I think just about everybody does that. Anyway, I ordered this thing. The day that I ordered this thing, at the end of the row at my business, there's an actual plumber. So the guy who owns my company grabbed one of them, and they were like, dude, it'll take 10 minutes. They came in and just did it themselves real fast. They had the extra time. Whatever. So that's cool. I mean, now I even said, I was like, was a little disappointed I didn't get to use it just to see how well it worked. The other thing was this. I was EMT certified for a couple of years. I was always interested in the medical field. I thought that was the route I was going to go with my life. And that's, just something I keep in the car in case there is an actual accident or emergency of some sort, or, whatever. I like to have it around. I have one in the car. I have one at home. I keep one at work. You can see actually a stethoscope over there. My girlfriend works for an ophthalmologist, but she's got phlebotomy certifications and stuff or whatever. I don't know. But like I said, I was EMT certified. I never went anywhere with it, really. I kind of decided that in a lot of situations, I didn't want to be the last person that somebody saw before they died. For some reason, that bothered me. I know you could do a lot more good than harm and whatever, and I really enjoyed it. I was really interested in it. I liked having the knowledge, but other than that, I never really kept up with it. I didn't do my Con Ed or any of that stuff. And now that I'm a little older, I think about getting back into it just for the knowledge. I do a lot of things just for the knowledge, schools and blah, blah, blah. I thought about taking a welding course just to know how to weld, kind of stuff like that. But whatever, I'm rambling again. In this CLC bag, custom leather craft bag, I keep, what the hell do I keep in here? An old stud finder. This guy was actually my dad's, and it still works just fine. See, look, check it out, look. I'm a stud. It's going off. Wait. Oh, the battery's dead? Shit, I just ruined that joke. Oh, there you go. Center of the stud. I'm a stud. I win. Cool. I got this thing for like little multimeter here. I got it for I paid like $1.50 for it with Shop Your Waypoints. This guy's pretty fat, and there's my cell phone number in case anybody wants it. Whatever. Like I said last night, or in another video, I put my name on a lot of stuff. Here we go. Look at this caliper. This guy's nice. This is, oh shit, no, you guys jumping out of my hand and stuff. It's cheaper than the Harbor Freight, I think. I think I gave like, I don't know how many bucks, but I can tell you how many times it came in real handy. I'd like to get a much better quality one of these, to be honest with you. But I have it just in case. Measure something randomly if I really need to. Comes in handy. Up next, we have super long extensions. These are Harbor Freight. I think there was a third one that came in the set, but that might be in my ratchet box. This one actually, it's really funny. This is my dad. These were my dad's. So you can see here, he's got the T-Mic, no, this is before he even did T-Mic. This is Tim Mick, which is weird because he used to do like what I do, like that D-Mic. He would just do it with a T, obviously, which is cool because I've a couple of times, if he had his name on there more than once, see how like I'd pull my D's past the line. I've turned the T's into D's just to see if I could do it on the T-Mic ones. Whatever, I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Okay. This one right here, the smaller one, is supposed to be a 1/4-inch drive. I think this one is too. No, this is 3/8, but it's supposed to be 1/4-inch drive. I haven't found a single 1/4-inch drive ratchet that'll fit in this thing. But I also haven't like gotten a Dremel. I think all it would take is just a Dremel and just kind of, because it's so close. It's so tight. I don't think I have a I have to have a 1/4-inch in here. It might be in one of the set. Whatever. You'll see it. But Tecton Impact sockets. These are the deeps. I really like these. I think my mom got me these for Christmas. A lot of the tools that I get, I buy a lot of stuff for myself. However, wish lists and stuff like that are generally just what I use, because most of the time I don't catch a break until I give. I don't want stuff for Christmas or anything like that. But they bother me, and I say, well, you know, this is the list of tools that I'm going to order over the next 8 years or whatever. It's ridiculous, but I don't get a break unless they have something. So that's what I do, and that's how I go for it. I don't like asking for stuff. Shoot, I don't even like asking YouTubers for stickers, and most of the time people just give those away. And we'll take some stickers, though, if you got them. Just putting that out there. Funnel. More first aid stuff. I feel like everybody should always have a first aid kit of some kind in their car. It's just a prepared thing. Everybody needs a Band-Aid every once in a while. You should always have. I'm not telling you to carry a fire extinguisher or a pocket CPR mask or anything like that necessarily, but you know, you have no idea. I mean, this is pretty simple. This is like, excuse me, sorry, a pre-made guy, but like, you know, gauze, Q-tips. There's a compass in here, a whistle, I don't know, stuff like that I'd probably never really use because, you know, I can look up at the sun and tell you which direction I'm going, but that's whatever, it's beside the point. You know, an emergency blanket, scissors, gauze. You know, you never know when you might be in a, you know, a serious trauma situation, and all you have to do is stop the bleeding. You don't want to use a dirty friggin' shop rag, you know. You use what you got to use when you know, when the situation arises. But sorry, I had to show you guys my crotch for a moment there. Let's go. Let's keep going here. This is actually something that just got tossed in my car. Excuse me. This was dish soap and water to find leaks in a tire. Oh, here it is. That's what I'm looking for. This is actually a really awesome set. I think I got this thing for like $12 or something. But it was on sale. It was one of the gimmicky things at first, but when you really look at it, it's kind of cool, and it comes in good handy. Comes in good handy. How the fuck do I sound? Comes in handy when you really need it. It's spline drive, so unless you're careful, you can roll stuff out. But it's also kind of universal, or roll stuff out, round stuff off. It's also a little bit universal, but I thought this was a pretty cool concept. was almost like I have a pass-through set from Cobalt that I keep in my go bag. But this is the similar ratchet to that, but you can change the drives on it. You know, you get the quarter here. Obviously 3/8 and half. Each of the sockets are, you know, kind of respective on their way up. They come with a little bit driver there, some bits, some, you know, assorted extensions. This is something that would be good to have, like, if you're a newbie homeowner kind of guy. But I bought it for the sake of keeping it around if I get stuck in a situation. Mostly because the spline is kind of universal. Most, like, whatever. I'm not getting into that socket bullshit, but sometimes, you know, like, there's a size in here I might not have, or, you know, regularly need, or it just fits a little bit better or something, or whatever. More rags. A couple of these tote videos have been going long. The go bag video is going to be quite long. I think, but just some brushes. This is like a dollar store item that I think I actually bought and just tossed in the tote to have in the tote. I don't know. These actually don't belong in here. Milwaukee Sawzall blades. Like I said, you know, sometimes things end up in a different spot. Because you saw the recip. Last night, what I want to do is get a different toolbox for that. Just strictly for that. Because I like to keep things organized, and I like neat stacks, and everybody should have a home. This is a Tekton framing hammer. This was a kind of a, I don't want to say a drunk buy, but it was like an impulse. Tekton Rewards is really cool. For every purchase that you make, you get back 5%. And like every month, I think it's 2% back just towards your balance. So you basically, if you buy enough of their stuff, which if you like enough of their stuff, can be worth it in the long run. I'm kind of saving up, so every once in a while, if I have an extra 20 or 30 bucks, I'll buy some stuff on my list just to kind of knock it down a little bit. I really like their product. I really like their warranty. I do want to get into some other brands, some better brands. Whatever. Beside the point. Alright. This is just a, you know, just a little Cobalt bit set. This thing usually goes for, I've seen it as high as, I think I saw it like $44 one time or something. I got this like for like 15 bucks, or maybe, no. I think it generally goes for 44, maybe. And I got it for 24 or 20 after Christmas. I don't know. It's like a 210-bit piece set. I really bought it for the weird ones. You know, like the posi drives, the you know, the super small, the squares, the you know what I'm saying? You know, like I don't need a fucking, I'm not going to need a Phillips number 2. You know, I might need the long one, but whatever. The nut drivers are probably not going to use those either. I have hundreds of screwdriver sets and nut drivers and sockets, and I probably don't need that. I've noticed a little bit though. Will this focus in? I'm terrible at this. I don't even know how to go about this. Can you see how far off, like off center that one is? Not that really would bother me at all, I guess, but it's whatever. But mostly for the security bit ones, the adapters, and it's always nice. Like I'm very, I gotta tell you this. I loaned this to my buddy one time, and I got it back. it came with a cover. Covered one side, or it just covered this side, and these were like exposed or whatever, but it fit nicely on here. And it folded shut, and it was cool. I got it back, and this Phillips number 2 long bit was missing. The cover was missing. And, like, that kind of shit drives me nuts. Like, I almost bought I'm waiting for it to go on sale again because of this being missing. It just bothers the shit out of me. Like, I will take this whole kit and stick it in the garage and use it if and when I can in the garage, or if I need to, but put the full kit, a brand new full kit, in my car, because like, I honestly, my obsessions can get to a point sometimes where I will see this. Right now I'm getting angry about it and be upset. It's stupid, I know. But, you know, it's not stupid enough for me to throw the whole thing away. It's not like it's wasted, but I bet you I could probably just go buy another one of just those, and it would ease my mind. But another story about that guy. I loaned him my OBD2 scanner, and I, like, cut around the plastic sheeting, you know, the blister pack, right? Take the tool out, like here, for example, like, in a situation like this, I would cut around it, or this one looks like it separates, but I'd separate it, take the tool out, use it, take it off when I'm done using it, and put it back in the blister pack, almost like I just bought it brand new. I could walk outside right now, show you the new scanner that I got, because I lost the one that I'm talking about, and give you the perfect example. It's the same thing here with this. You know, this comes in this nice little whatever, you know, this nice little blow molded case that I should probably just throw the thing away, and I don't, because my dad never did, and that's just natural to me for some reason. I don't know why. Eventually it'll deteriorate, or it'll get super wet, and I will toss it, but until then it makes no sense to, I guess. It protects everything, states everything clearly. It's a weird idiosyncrasy that I have. Anyway, the point of my story is, I give him the scanner. I specifically say, yes, I have it in the package still. I'd like you to put it back in the package and give it back to me. When you borrow somebody's tool, you give it back to them exactly how they gave it to you. I got my tool back, but I just got the scanner. He threw away the plastic, which it's just kind of disrespectful in my opinion. Like, you don't care about my request, you don't care about my tools. That thing, that blister pack protected the scan tool. Like, you know, if I keep this, my scan tool in my car in case I'm at work or something, or somebody needs it, or you know, I throw a code. You know, I have it everywhere I go, or if I'm at my mom's, or if I'm at her mom's or something. They say, oh, my check engine light came on. Oh, well, I can check that out for you, no problem. But if the screen's broken because it was, you know, I took a hard turn and my tire pressure gauge clipped the screen or something, whatever. Point is, I requested to get it back that way, and I didn't. He lost an entire Black & Decker Matrix drill kit, which I, like, built. You know, there was a kit that I got. You can look it up if you want. It's actually really cool. Black & Decker Matrix is the one with, like, the interchangeable heads. I'm going on a rant. Sorry. Anyway, long story short, I never saw the kit again. I had, like, cutting oil in there. I had extra bits, extra sandpapers. Like, the kit itself is almost $200. I probably put another $300 just in it to, like, build it up so it was really nice. Masks. I do a lot of, like, mold remediation, carpet ripping up, drywall stuff. Very rarely do I actually wear the mask, but it's good to have just in case somebody else wants it or needs it. And I do. I will walk into certain rooms and be like, look, even I can't wear, you know, go without wearing this thing. Caulk tools. Look at my little caulk. I like the caulk. That's enough fun with the word caulk. 3-in-1 oil or 3-in-1 oil. These come in handy a lot at work. A lot of my equipment is run on these guys. They're nice too. I like because you got the knurling at the top, so you can kind of thumb wheel them in there. Just some extra hardware. More rope. My little caulk gun. Some twine, tie something off. Putty. Knife. This is cool, this little magnetic almond. Got this for Christmas from a buddy of mine. Saw it and was like, yeah, I thought of you. It was $8. I figured, fuck it, I'll pick it up. It's real nice. It really comes in handy. This is cool because if I'm working inside of the oven at work, it's all obviously like aluminum. So it's magnetic, and if I'm in a real tight spot or something, it's good to have one of those, like working on the heat blades and stuff. Or if I gotta take apart one of the control, I don't know, I call it a control arm, but it's not really a control arm. It's just a bracket that holds the oven rack. Helping hands, again, for jewelry work. Spare gloves. There's the rest of the fuses. And then belt conditioner. Because... well, belt conditioner. No, actually, I bought that for the Honda. I remember I had a really bad belt in the Honda, and the belt itself wasn't bad, but it got to a point when it was like, it would dry out a little bit, just the slightest little bit, or it would get wet just the slightest little bit. And what I think it was just kind of sitting a little offset, so it would rub, and it would squeak for fucking ever, and it drove me nuts. So, I spray a little belt conditioner on it. It was good for 2 or 3 days. But, anyway, sorry to bother you. This was another tote. There's probably only going to be another 3, maybe 4 videos left for the expedition tour. I'm kind of excited to get that over with. Wasn't what I cracked it up to be. I realize, again, nobody cares. So it might be another couple months before I start posting videos again. Or a couple days. Or I'll make 4 more tomorrow. Who the fuck knows? I like to, you know, keep it interesting, I guess. Later. Oh. Shit, I already said it, but I'm sorry to bother you guys. 28 minutes. Nobody's going to watch this shit.